yesterday, you don't really get, bothered by missing shots or anything anymore. I mean, you had 8 assists, 8 rebounds today. Like, when you're tuning out the misses, like, is it an active process, or at this point is it just kind of like you move on instantly?
I mean, I don't want to say I move on instantly, but it's something that I've gotten better at as time's gone on. And like I said yesterday, just try to impact the game in every area. And obviously, like, I can't control if shots are going in or not. Like, I'm shooting to make it. I'm not shooting to miss. So obviously, I didn't shoot it well again today from three, but impacted the game in a lot of different areas. Had 3 steals, a couple offensive fouls. So like I said, just being able to impact the game in whatever ways necessary, I think is a good trait to have, especially when you're with the big club to stay on the floor.
What are some things you guys are doing that feel different from maybe what you did with the Boston team last year, the pace, and the pressure, and all that?
Yeah, well, like you said, we're picking up full court, trying to wreak havoc on the defensive end of the ball, maybe taking a little more gambles than we have in the past. And then also offensively, a little more off-ball passing and kind of cutting and setting flare screens, stuff like that, which we didn't necessarily do a whole lot last year. So I'd say those 2 things.
And it looked like you were talking to Georges on the sideline the other way. What was he saying?
Nothing. I mean, I had a couple good passes, and he was like, "Man, I didn't know you had vision like that." And then I hit that right-hand hook shot, and I just walked over to him and I said, "That's some fish fillet right there." So,
how have you found the balance between wanting to grow your game out here and sticking to the role that you're going to have in Boston?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I think, the coaches encouraged me to try to, continue to improve my game, but then also understand that it is a balance between, doing stuff that maybe I won't do a lot in Boston and then sticking to the stuff that I will do.
Baylor, Max obviously doesn't really show a lot of emotion, like, on the court in terms of that. Is that what he's like off the court, too? Like, as his teammate, is he just kind of, like, stone-faced all the time?
Yeah, he's pretty even-keeled, doesn't really get too high, too low, doesn't show a lot of emotion, but, he's just a steady hand out on the court and off the court, too.
Right now, which part of your game do you feel most confident in, like, going into these? Like, what do you feel like is always going to be there, regardless of?
I just feel like my effort. Like, I feel like that's something that that's the only thing you really can control. You can't really control everything else that's going on. And for me, I feel like I impact the game in a lot of ways. And obviously, I'm still very confident in my shooting abilities, even though I haven't really hit a lot of shots here yet. But I just feel like my effort and my energy is kind of contagious out on the court.
Baylor, in the second half, Coach Reynolds kind of rushed up to help you off after kind of taking a hard screen there. What have you liked about his presence on the sideline these first 2 days?
Yeah, kind of like the question I asked him. He's done a great job of, just creating an environment of joy, an environment of being able to have fun, but then also be serious at the same time. And that's kind of the environment it's been the whole time during the training camp, and then even out here. We're competing, but we're having a lot of fun doing it.
Thanks, man. Thank you, man.
Thanks, guys.